Peter the Great fell, the Soviet Union fell, Lenin fell, Stalin fell, and Putin will fall too. Incredibly powerful message. Greetings, everyone, and welcome. October the 19th, 2025, President Vladimir Zelenskyy tonight in his evening address to Ukrainians, and yes, he is back in Kyiv. He confirmed 100% that Ukraine will be giving no gifts to Vladimir Putin. Ukraine will not capitulate. This comes on the heels of Zelenskyy being in a lot of pressured situations in Washington, D.C., which he shined brilliantly, especially as we are learning now about in the closed meetings. In addition to that, Zelenskyy also confirming that there are only two ways to defeat Vladimir Putin, and it is also confirmed by another analyst soldier that I follow, named Bratchuk. I have all of the video for you. This is going to be eye-opening for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, liking, commenting, subscribing. We appreciate each and every one of you. As you can see by the thumbnail, this is what we have. Putin's worst fear. The worst fear is President Zelenskyy knows the two ways to defeat Putin. Unfortunately, Trump, other leaders in the world that can make sincere efforts to really pressure this Russian war machine just can't get their ducks in a row and continue to flip-flop. But the reality is there are two ways to defeat Vladimir Putin, and it's really not about missiles, tomahawks, or a certain weapon system. Of course, they are valuable and very important to defense and liberation of your country, but it's not how you ultimately defeat Vladimir Putin. It's just a part of the puzzle. Let's go now, and I will show you exactly what Zelenskyy and Bratchuk are saying tonight. Number one, President Zelenskyy said earlier in Meet the Press that Putin must please his society. Putin is afraid of his society, and this is the most important part right here. He wants to be president until death. Take a listen at this.
Enough pressure on him, and he will be ready. In any way, he afraid of his society. More pressure on him, and not so comfortable life for his nation. They will pressure on him. He afraid only of his society, because he wants to be president till he will die. And that's why, of course, he needs society to support him. That's why he count on continuation of this war. And that is what the big question, the big challenge for all of us.
So there you have it. A, Russia must implode from inside in the society. As long as the society is being pleased by actions, then they'll be okay with Putin staying in power. And the only other thing that will take Putin out is his passing. And you see, when we talk about a summit in Hungary potentially in a few weeks, all that does is embolden Vladimir Putin to his society. It shows the society that Putin is the key player on the world stage. He's going to be escorted by NATO jets right into the heart of Europe, which sees Russia as the enemy. Our great president is leading us and representing us in front of the world, and society grows stronger. This is why the world and those in serious power need to listen to Zelenskyy and the plans that are laid out. They understand how to defeat this Soviet mindset. Secondly, Bratchuk. He's one of my favorites. Ukrainian Volunteer Army. I follow him. I'm actually trying to get him on the channel. Got some friends working on that. Putin believes he is Peter the First, Peter the Great, Lenin, or Stalin. And this is how Russia will lose. So you've heard Zelenskyy say society must turn against him, or secondly, he must expire. And then Bratchuk comes with his little bit of humoristic twist. And guys, you need to hear this. This is powerful and encouraging. And if you were a supporter of Ukraine, I think this will inspire you a little bit. Here's Bratchuk just a couple of hours ago. Glory to Ukraine. Putin wants to be like Peter the Great. Peter died, and then the empire fell. Putin wants to be like Lenin and Stalin all in one. He wants to be like the Soviet Union. They all died too, and the Soviet Union collapsed. Putin will die, and Russia will fall apart. There's no doubt about that. Our allies must remember this too. We Ukrainians know that they will die and this will collapse. That is why Ukraine will not surrender. Sometimes you see the news and think, I give up. Do not give up, especially when your hands are busy. Then your heart feels lighter. And remember, our volunteer army flags are red and black. Some say black is for sorrow. That's what they say. No. Black is for struggle. Red is our heart. It's beating with life to keep our flag blue and yellow for our clear skies and clean fields. May each of us return home alive. Do not lose heart, friends. Fight and you'll win. It will be so. Now have a quiet and safe night. Glory to the nation. Holy moly. You just got a history lesson in 90 seconds with Bratchuk and an inspiring message, a little bit behind the red and the black. The red and the black is there so that we can fly the blue and the yellow. Do not give up. We have to be patient. Peter the Great fell, the Soviet Union fell, Lenin fell, Stalin fell, and Putin will fall too. Incredibly powerful message. I'm glad I could share it with you. Now, we come back to the third piece, and this is Zelenskyy tonight. We will not give any gifts to Putin, he said. We will not forget anything. Our long-range sanctions will continue. That's their strikes on Russian infrastructure, and they are getting better. We are going to expand the Pearl Initiative. We will meet with the Coalition of the Willing, and our capabilities will be expanded. Here is Zelenskyy just a little while ago. I wish you health, fellow Ukrainians. Today we have reports from our military and security services talking about the front, particularly Pokrovsk and also Kupiansk, and our border areas of Kharkiv and Sumy, and also the Zaporizhia region. We are maintaining control of the situation, and I'm grateful to all of our units for their resilience and strength. We are preparing now certain steps to respond to every Russian strike. Today, we spoke with Commander-in-Chief Syrsky, including topics of our long-range strike abilities, and there have been an increase in both the range and our accuracy of our long-range sanctions against Russia. Practically every day or two, Russian oil refineries are being hit, and this contributes to bringing Russia back to reality. So thank you to all of the warriors. We are also working with partners in Europe to expand the Pearl Initiative and to purchase more U.S.-made weaponry, including air defense systems and long-range strike capabilities. And next week, we will speak with partners in Europe about new contributions to the Pearl Initiative. We also are preparing very important agreements currently with several countries on weapons and defense technologies. Our capabilities will be broadened. There should be zero Russian energy in Europe, and the signals from America are clear now that they are ready to supply Europe with as much gas and oil as needed to replace Russian supplies. Our region has the necessary infrastructure and the potential to contribute to energy independence for Europe in a larger way. We have made proposals to the USA regarding gas infrastructure, nuclear power generation, and several other projects, and we are currently working on those details. Almost every day now, we are communicating with leaders to ensure that we have a unified position, all of us in Europe, together putting pressure on Russia, the right kind of pressure, and we will grant the aggressor no gifts, and we will not forget anything that they have done. We clearly see that Russia is a long-term threat. Therefore, in Europe, we need long-term cooperation and tangible results, both for the short term and also forward-looking so that people can live. And one more thing, I have instructed our diplomats and have already discussed this with many leaders to prepare a new meeting of the Coalition of the Willing in the near future. We in Europe need common and strong positions, and we will have them. Thank you to everyone who stands with us and who stands with Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine. There you have it, guys, and I just passed that on to you as a funnel from President Zelenskyy. If you're standing with Ukraine, he says thank you tonight, but you can hear it. This is just a couple of days after dealing with this pressure in the United States, and it did not go the best. He's still encouraged. No, we're not giving any gifts away. We understand the long-term war. This needs to be won. We will work with the Coalition of the Willing, our European partners, and we won't forget anything. This is where we're at on this October the 19th, 2025. The last thing I want to leave with you is Donald Tusk out of Poland tonight tweeting, "None of us should put pressure on Zelenskyy when it comes to territorial concessions. We should all put pressure on Russia to stop its aggression. Appeasement never was a road to a just and lasting peace." Who do you think that was directed at? Pretty obvious. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing. I will tell you there was a huge strike tonight on a Ukrainian mine. 192 miners were trapped. They've all been extracted safely and are home. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll be back very soon.